And happy Tuesday to everyone. Welcome to Uncommon Sense. Well, look, we're making common sense out of uncommon sense situations. I'm Jay Howard along with Michael B. Wright Sr., Big Brother Mo Better. Big Brother, how you doing, man?
We fell in middle there, brother Rock. What you know, good velvet voice from Macon, Georgia.
Oh, now you're going to make me from Macon, huh?
Hey man,
Hey,
you
man.
ran Macon, boy. You ran it. You ran it.
Back in the day, brother.
Yeah, but
Back in the day.
yeah,
Man, look,
when your hair was a little more black.
I know, right? both of us, both of our hairs with a little more black or that. We salt and
Hell,
pepper
ain't got
for
no
it.
hair.
I know.
So it is what it is, player.
Yes, sir. We're about to have real conversations that
Yes, sir.
challenge the mainstream narrative, my brother. Man,
I'm down with you. I'm down with you.
you down with me?
I'm
All
down
right.
with you, there, player.
All right, player. Well, let's go at it, man. Because you know your president, he acting so crazy. I don't know what he doing, man.
You got a president?
I say you
Or
got
you? Nah. Nah.
Nah.
I don't know who that is,
I got
but he is tearing up some stuff though. He is tearing up some shite.
some shite, doc. Some shite. You know, with this government
Yeah,
shutdown, and he ain't gonna negotiate unless hey, they open the government back up. And Democrats, they like, we ain't gonna negotiate. We ain't gonna open it back up either.
Well, I mean, you definitely had a stalemate. At the end of the day, the shutdown benefits your boy, so that's why I don't think he too much care about it right now.
Right.
And especially that he done demoed the old goddamn east wing of the White House.
Oh yeah.
So we'll figure that one.
$300 million.
That's what they telling you.
Yeah, that's what they telling me.
Yeah, that's what they telling you. Yeah, man. The struggling got real, man.
Really real, doc.
But again, bro, you knew this was coming though. You knew this was coming. So because again, you haven't got a job report since August.
No. Because he fired the one that he put in place to put in place of the lady that he fired, right?
That part.
Yeah.
Because he came out with a report worse than what she did.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly,
bro.
You can't make this stuff up. No, you can't make this up, man. But again, at the end of the day, bro, like I said, you haven't got a job report since August, and your boys at Amazon just laid off 30,000 people. So yeah. Yeah, it didn't get real there, boy.
It got real, doc. It keeps rolling and rolling.
Yes, sir.
So
I don't know what to say.
Well, let's bring out the uncommon sense or the common sense that people don't see, like this one. Who's really in control of the military? Is it Hester? No, can't be.
No.
He don't even have the intelligence to run this thing.
All the respect from the general. So yeah, he's just there.
He's just there.
He's just in the jail, man. Just in the jail.
So I guess I run that beautiful beam footage that kind of show us who's in charge. You know what I'm saying? Who's in charge? Because behind the scenes, man. Here we go.
Yeah, buddy.
You probably know who this guy is. Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, now the Secretary of War. But he's not really in charge. He's just the TV guy, looks good on camera, gets people riled up, but there's actually someone else who runs the military. And that guy is billionaire Steve Feinberg, the Deputy Secretary of Defense. He is the Pentagon's chief operating officer overseeing the day-to-day operations of the agency. He's also the co-founder of Cerberus Capital, which is a defense-focused private equity firm. And guess what he's doing now? Yep, private equity is getting ready to take over the funding of the U.S. Army. Okay, this is reporting from Semaphore, quote, the U.S. Army has turned to private equity to fund an infrastructure overhaul. 2 top White House officials met with Wall Street investors last week, part of a Trump administration effort to enlist the $13 trillion private capital industry into public financing. This is not good because, different than public funding, the only thing that these guys care about is returning money to shareholders. In fact, they have a fiduciary duty to maximize returns. In fact, many people don't know this, but private equity funds are contractually obligated to liquidate within a certain time horizon. And so that means at the end of their investment cycle, they must return money back to the shareholders no matter what. So in this case, their investment is weapons. So the only possible outcome in which their assets go up is, of course, more war.
Wow. More war.
And that's why your boy's picking a fight with everybody.
Exactly.
That's why he's picking a fight. Yeah, man.
You see that the ceasefire is already over in Israel already.
You think?
Yeah, your boy already ordered missiles to go off in Gaza.
You know, you knew this was coming. That was just a hopefully a Nobel Peace Prize move, which did not work at all.
Thank the Lord for that one.
It don't matter. I mean,
it really don't matter.
Yeah, but all bets are off, man. But again, this is why you're seeing your boy, and this is why they changed the name to the Department of War, because exactly this is what they're building up for, man.
Right.
This is what they're building up for.
What's gonna bring profits, bro?
You know, Eisenhower told you about the military-industrial complex, man. He told you about that before he left. And that sucker there, man, has gained traction like a mug. And that right now, I don't know where it's going to end, because you got somebody like Hexef again, who's just a figurehead.
Right.
Come on, man. And you get, so you know where it's going, man. So I'm really concerned for a lot of things, because again, when you have a donor that gives $130 million to the military, I don't think he did that just because.
Just because. No, sir. He's looking at a return on his investment, Doc.
You got to play. I got to get my money back, man.
Get my money back. I just ain't gonna give you 130 mil. Just
it's not gonna happen.
Okay. I see the administration behind the scene is the billionaires that's running the show.
Yeah.
I got you, player. I got you.
That's what you're doing, man. So that's what I'm saying, man. When you're looking at the infrastructure of the administration, man, is if we get through, and I do mean I'm using the word if very cautiously, if we get through the next 3 years, the knot, man, that they are tying up in there, as far as in DC and all that good stuff, man, as far as trying to unravel that thing, it's going to take you about a good 20, 30, if not 50 years to unravel what they're doing, man.
Yeah, it's going to take about 50 years, yeah.
Yeah. You still trying to get away from Reagan. Go count that one. Ooh. You know, so you ain't got away from Reagan yet. So imagine what this is going to be at this point, with everything that's going down. So yeah, just not getting tired of every single day, man.
And again, welcome to Uncommon Sense right here on thetruevision.net, and also since-you-asked.com, and also on kbcnradio.com. So we everywhere tonight. We everywhere. So, brother,
that part.
Here we go, talking about uncommon sense. Now, the same group that blocked the black farmers debt relief wants relief from Trump, from his tariffs. Like, please give us a bailout, please.
All right, good luck with that.
Good luck with that. That's why he over there in China trying to do something over there in China now, but I don't know about that. But anyway, here's the beautiful beam footage for everybody right now.
And I step back in time, 387 days to process a black farm loan request in less than 30 days to process a white farmer's loan request. And the top 10% getters in U.S. farm subsidies get over $1 million per farmer, and the average subsidy to a black farmer is $222.
And I've never been as worried as I am now about whether or not my kids and grandkids will be able to carry on.
For King, the main problem starts with the fact that they can't sell for profit.
I just would like to see somebody help us get our markets back. We need our exports, and we just need to be paid for what we do. And that's not happening. And we're in real trouble.
But that is not the only issue. King's wife, Melissa King, and farmer in Biggers, Arkansas, Scott Brown, said they are struggling to afford the cost that is needed just to take care of the farm.
The prices that we're getting now are prices like they were when we were children, and what it costs for us to farm is astronomical now. I mean, the price of a combine when we were kids was, in the 20,000s, and now it's 100,000.
I farm 800 acres by myself. I can't afford any help. I farm with paid-for equipment. All my tractors are 50 years old, and I can't hardly make this deal work. How's the guys farming 5 and 10,000 with 20 hands and $1 million combines and $1 million drills going to make it work?
As a black farm operator, the one thing that I'm sick of hearing from white farmers is how you're struggling. Excuse me, my people not only struggle, the USDA objectively spent more money trying to keep black farmers out of farming than to actually help us. Meanwhile, white farmers were not only getting land, you're getting conservation payments. Do you even know what that is?
Back in 2021, the government finally tried to throw us, black farmers, indigenous folks, and other farmers of color, a little lifeline. I'm talking about Section 1005 of the American Rescue Plan, which was supposed to give $4 billion in debt relief to the people who've been discriminated against for generations by the USDA. That money, that was justice, not charity. But guess what happened? A group of white farmers, a lot of them from Texas and Arkansas, got so pressed at the thought of us getting help, they pulled together and filed a lawsuit to shut the whole thing down, and the court sided with them. That section of the bill? Dead. Fast forward to right now, and those same folks, they out here crying for bailouts, saying they need help, they struggling, and I'm watching this like, oh, now y'all want help from the same system you fought to keep us out of? Where was that energy when it was our turn? This ain't just about farming. It's about how racism shows up when we get a chance to breathe, even for a second. It's about how systems will let others claim victimhood while ignoring the centuries of harm done to black communities.
That right there, bro. That right there. Now, how you gonna go against us and we trying to get a little pennies or we trying to get a little money, and then you gonna go against us, but now you want us to join you? Really?
That part.
Mm-hmm. As Malcolm X said, I think what the chickens come home to roost.
That's what the brother said right there. That player. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. What they did to black farmers and what they're still doing to black farmers, man,
right?
Is a travesty among anything, bro. And at this place that where we are now, no, I'm not too much feeling anything. Unfortunately, I hate to say it that way, but the proof is in the pudding. And I've been dealing with the black farmers, man, in my days back in Concerned Black Clergy, trying to get them to the market, trying to get them a market share, all those things. We talked about how much land they've lost over the years. So I've been around that fight for a while, and so I know the ups and downs and twists and turns of it.
Right.
And at this point, again, the black farmers are still, but the thing about black farmers, brother, is those guys are resilient. They have navigated some waters, brother, you can't believe. And some of them are still, thank God, tilling the dirt. But it is a real hypocrisy when now you're seeing these cats from Iowa and Texas and all them screaming bloody murder, when at the same point y'all benefited from this mess, man.
Exactly.
And in some cases you still are. But yeah, I think again everybody's in the vice grip, and I don't think they expected it to turn this way the way it did.
No.
Mm-mm.
But you know, right? Yeah, I mean, even as a people, we are resilient, and it's not like this is our first rodeo going through something like this, um,
Truly.
because we have to figure a way how to survive at any means necessary. Actually,
Truly, man.
yeah.
But the other dynamic of this though, man, is that your boys are messing with folks across the waters in a
Oh yeah.
way that you
Oh yeah.
are actually cutting off markets.
Yeah.
So it could be good in one way and bad in another, but at the end of the day, you're messing with the markets, man.
So since you
And
go there, since you went there, let's go there.
okay,
Because the tariffs of pins, a HUD of a HUD over there in Africa, a dement, of jeans that they're trying to hold off that market. And it's like, why y'all messing with this country? Why y'all messing with this little country? Why? For what reason? But because they can, and they're trying to break the country. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go through that because we got to see what the real deal is. Let's see here. Here we go. Here we go to the store. Here we go.
The African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of.
The sun is rising over the Tetsani district of Maseru, the capital of Lesotho. The smoke rising from the textile factories signals the workday has begun, but only for the lucky few. Cutting fabric, sewing seams, making clothes for the Western world. Many of these workers make as little as $1,800 a year. Outside the factory, a crowd is building of locals hoping to find work.
Any kind of job in the factory, they will accept it.
It's been like this since June, when Lesotho's largest industry began to feel the effects of President Trump's tariffs. First, 50%, among the highest rates in the world at the time.
It came as a shock to us. Luckily, later on it was revised to 15%.
Sam Matekane is the Prime Minister of Lesotho. He declared a 2-year state of disaster for his country's economy after the tariffs were put in place.
We're still in negotiations with the U.S. government on a further reduction, maybe to 10% or to 0, where we were before. We would appreciate the reduction and as well as the renewal of AGOA, because AGOA has just come to an end now.
The African Growth and Opportunity Act.
AGOA, the African Growth and Opportunity Act, signed in 2000, gave some nations in Africa duty-free access to the U.S. market. That deal expired last month, and while the Trump administration has said it would support a 1-year extension, that hasn't happened. The Prime Minister says AGOA's expiration and the higher tariffs have had a crushing effect on Lesotho.
Well, we are hoping for the best. Negotiations are still ongoing, but we are hoping for the best of the best.
Dubbed the denim capital of the world, there are 2 industries that drive Lesotho's economy, a landlocked country of just over 2 million people surrounded by South Africa. Those industries are diamonds and textiles. Diamond prices have been in free fall since 2022, and that's led to layoffs in Lesotho's mines. Now, it's textiles that have been hit hard. As recently as January, Lesotho's central bank expected the sector to grow in 2025. But by June, it had downgraded its forecast by more than 10 percentage points, saying textile and clothing manufacturing would, quote, shrink significantly due to the negative impact of newly imposed tariffs.
Now, Lesotho.
Yeah.
Now, the Trump administration know that agreement was ending at that particular time, as they got in. And they promised to extend it for 1 more year to where really they would get basically 0 tariffs because like they said, they make a lot of textiles and a lot of denim for the world, actually. And of course, they're African nation that, they don't make a whole lot of money over there anyway. but he's still going. They still taxed them, and taxed them at what, a 50% rate at one time.
Yes,
And
sir.
now he went down to about 15%, but it still should be zero. It should be they have some kind of access to the markets.
That sounds right, man. But look who you're dealing with.
Yeah,
I think it's retaliatory when you're looking at what Musk did. You had 50 people to come over from South Africa. You still don't know where they are and why they got over here.
Right.
And how we funding them. But that's a different story. No, but again, I think all this retaliatory when you're looking at again your boy Musk. This is them again trying to psych it to Africa in the possible way they can, and with the struggling markets and as you're saying, as far as the income that the residents make, unfortunately, man, when you're thinking about that, they make $1,800 in a year.
In a year,
as far as a year, bro.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine that, man.
Ooh. No,
So again, when your boy was making up this quote unquote liberation day and he was coming up with these tariff numbers, again, he has no clue as far as what a trade deficit is and as far as imports and exports, that's not his territory.
No.
So when you're definitely adding in the calculations of how you got there, there's no rhyme or reason to it. And so no, I don't expect the dynamics to change in too much to a degree. But when you're looking at the African diaspora, you can't just put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, I got it that we are, for consumers, America got you. But as far as the dynamics, man, you need to look at really diversifying your market, which I hope and believe and pray that Africa begins to do now, man. I mean, again, the world is open.
Yeah, because the only two things that you are doing right now is diamonds and textiles, which
But diamonds are girl best friend, that player.
Yeah, but they kind of low right now. They kind of low.
Yeah,
but see, that's the thing that Trump and them want to get those get their hands on those diamonds, man.
That part.
That's why they're trying to break these countries, man.
That part.
They know they can't break like a China or like a Russia, but they can break these little countries so they can't even possibly take over these countries.
That's the whole game, man.
Yeah.
Because again, the commodities of Africa you can't get anywhere else.
Right.
And that's how always been the case with Africa and again with the Western world, is they're trying to get a hold of those commodities and those raw materials that again you can't get anywhere else. And if, as other folks in the diaspora have been saying, if Africa wake up and really again, hopefully and finally unify as a country and come at the world as a unified country, play up. It's over then.
It's on.
It's over. It's over then.
It's over.
But if because again, when they killed U.S. aid, man, to Africa, a lot of Africans were thankful, especially those again dealing with the dynamics of African empowerment. They were thankful because of what the USA did as it relates to handicapping certain dynamics and propping up certain, things that America want to keep in place. So, like I said, it could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you come at it.
Right. Now, this is the actual problem that they're saying they're having over there with the tariffs and about the market itself.
Trudy Makaya is a Johannesburg-based consultant who works on trade and geopolitics at the Boston Consulting Group.
It is devastating in the short term, and to pivot is not always easy. So the idea that workers can be retrained, do new things is difficult. So to that extent, the preferences and the access to the market, just the pure access to the market, is important. I think where a different argument can be made is that if you look globally at the level of U.S. trade, we still see, from WTO figures that 80% of trade is still happening outside of the U.S. contribution, still happening on kind of regular trade rules on most favored nation principles. So there is a sense that there is a world out there that continues, but it would be folly to underestimate the second order and the third order effects that come from this, because once we're seeing all of these production shutdowns, we see investments being pulled out. So I think it to find other ways to grow itself out of this situation. And I think that's why, trade policy like AGOA and also just general market access has been an important part of the economic growth story of the past 30 years. And now countries no longer have that option. I mean, even if you look at Asia, for instance, and you look at the development story in Asia, a lot of it was driven by trade and the ability to not only sell product, but trade also brings expertise. Having to meet those standards, having to be export ready, does something to the productivity of an economy that needs to develop, that now is, the rug is being pulled up from under their feet.
You hit it on the head, man. You got to change up what you're doing in the market. But as she said, it's not an easy thing to switch, because you have investors that invested into what they're doing into the denim and also with the diamond. So all of a sudden, when these tariffs hit and then these plants start shutting down, then you have the investors pulling the money back and pulling the money out of that country. Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword, man. Because again, if you listen to some of the business owners in Africa, they're telling folks that it's it's a double-edged sword, because again, the government also has to learn how to diversify again this marketplace.
Yes.
So it is again, it's a learning curve. But at some point you got to learn it. That's all I'm saying.
At some point, you got to go with the curve too.
Come on now. So that's the whole point, man, of some things. So that's what I'm saying. It can be a good thing, a bad thing, depending on how you take it.
Right.
But if you keep banking on America to be your end all be all, again, that's all I'm saying. Take a page out of China. That's all I'm saying. China showed you that we don't need you.
You need us more than we need you.
That part, so it can be a win-win if we work together. And I think that's again the whole point of trying to keep Africa splintered. Is you have no collaborative effort again to come at some things, because so therefore you have no economic power. You have no economic or political pull. So yeah, if they wake up, and I do pray, man, to God they do. Even with the Congo, man, if they just start pulling the cobalt back, bruh.
Man.
So I'm telling you, man, it could be a new day.
It could be a game changer.
It could be, player.
And they even asked one of the business owners. They said, "Well, what if you could talk to President Trump? What would you say to him right now?" And I saw this was very interesting in what he said his answer was. So let me go ahead and pull this up right now.
Since taking office, President Trump has rewired the global economy. For now, countries like Lesotho appear to be losing out. But Teboho Kabele says it's also given his country an opportunity. I asked him what he'd say to Trump, the American president who claimed he'd never heard of Lesotho, if the two ever met.
I would say thank you, President Trump.
Thank you.
For making Lesotho known. For a president of a powerful country like US to mention Lesotho in his Congress, is a powerful marketing tool to say nobody knows where Lesotho is. And everybody else now started traveling to Lesotho. Thank you, President Trump. And also, the world will now tend to ask, what is Lesotho good in? Is good in producing high quality garments to the US market. That is why I said, thank you, President Trump. If it was possible for me, I would shake your hand and say, thank you for making us wake up because that was a wake-up call.
In the biblical story, David beat Goliath. But Teboho Kabeli says it's not about winning and losing, but about finding common ground.
President Trump is a businessman, and my prime minister is a businessman. What they have to do is just to talk business. President Trump, I've got this and that and that. I can supply you good, high-quality goods. What do you want from me? Let's change the way we were doing things, because the giant has dictated that.
So in other words, he said, you know what? Let's change the narrative here. We'll use this as a marketing tool because so many people hadn't heard of our country. And then this is what we do the best. So let's go ahead and put it out there. So I would even thank President Trump for even bringing us up, because now all of a sudden folk know about us.
Yes, sir.
So like he was saying, like, hey, let's change the markets. Let's change it. Let's make this turn. Let's make this curve now.
Hey, man. Time is dictated, man. You're going to have to. You're going to have to. And if again, Lesotho and everyone else, Nigeria, Cambodia, you pick one, Congo, name one.
Pick one.
If they, again, if they would have a collaborative effort of the nations in Africa, it's a done deal. It really is a done deal.
Yeah.
But it's purposefully kept, man, again, splintered, because when Gaddafi was going forward, man, and Gaddafi was going in.
Going in,
he was going in, so they took him out.
Right.
So it's all those things, man. It's all known around the world that America is known for regime changes. And so that's what has been happening. And so I do pray and I do hope, man, that again, they look this as an opportunity to diversify yourself, pull in your rein, start pulling on some strings, and letting the world know, this is where it come from. And you might want to pay attention.
Right. Because there's another interesting twist too when you're talking about this global economy. And one of the guys was like, well, look, we can't just sit back and think that America is going to get it or fall in line to how they used to be. But we've got to be proactive and do what we know to do. And if they fall in line, yes, they fall in line. But he even says it's kind of like a messy transition to post-America, because he's like, there's a new order, but the new rules have not been written yet. And we still trying to go by the old rules. And where the old rules are not going to work in this situation. But here's this beautiful beam footage right here.
Because America is stepping back from its role as global insurer, but there is no other country that's able to or willing to fill the vacuum. So we are in an uncomfortable position where the old rules do not apply anymore, but the new ones have not been written. And we must brace ourselves for more turbulence ahead. So what are we to do in this environment? I think we cannot afford to just wait for things to happen or hope somehow that things magically will fall in place. We have to take actions now, plan now, and start taking actions to invest together in tackling the problems of the global commons, or in building new trade connections and keeping up the momentum of trade liberalization. So that's something that Singapore is keen to do. We can't do it alone, but we will do it with other like-minded countries.
Can you envision a world without the US?
The US may not be able or willing to join these plans now, but we have to press ahead. And hopefully in time to come, they will come along as well. But given the uncertainties and the unpredictabilities, we cannot just leave things to chance. We have to start taking actions now to lay the foundations of the new multilateral architecture.
But there are two views, that the next few years are more of a passing phenomenon, or that there are deep structural changes in the world order that we are now living. You are in the second camp.
Yes, we are. We are, because we believe what has happened in America is not just a temporary phenomenon. It reflects broader change in political culture and also in America.
Yep. Right there. He's saying, hey, we believe that we need to get together, other countries. And then you see where she said, well, can you imagine America not being in this global exchange or in this exchange? And he says, well, we can't just assume that they are. We got to go ahead and do what we know to do and to bring like-minded countries together.
Okay. I mean, if you listen to what he's saying is,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With or without you.
Without you. Yeah.
You know, that's what he's saying. With or without you, we have to again restructure.
It behooves you to be with us.
That part.
But if we got to do it without you,
we will.
We will. And you'll be all by yourself.
Because again, man, you have to think about where the world or the global economy is, man. Yeah. America doesn't have anything over here.
No.
Outside of capital. You know.
Right.
Even your AI data centers, man, everything is over there in Nigeria. A lot of folks don't know that. You know, a lot of your stuff as far as AI, as far as that those things being loaded at bad boy, that's over there in Africa. You know?
Well, that's why you trying to build AI over here, but you starting or you trying to build when they already over there in Africa.
And the other part is you have limited resources, man.
Yes.
You don't have the land mass.
No.
I mean, you don't have the water system. I mean, take a picture of the United States, man. You ain't got it, player.
You ain't got it.
You know, so no. And the dynamics with that, man, with all the things being in consideration, from production to manufacturing to human resources, America just does not have it. And so again, when folks begin to start restructuring themselves, excluding America in the picture, I think America's going to feel how hurtful it is, you know, to be on the other side of that stick.
Right.
And I do believe those countries they're starting to do that, man, because the unpredictability of America, you can't bank on that anymore.
Right. Exactly. And speaking of AI, school AI security system under fire after a chip bag triggered a false alarm in Maryland. This is some crazy stuff here, brother. Y'all better watch out for this AI security system, because this is, man. In matter of fact, let me just play the beautiful beam footage of this one. My.
It was a scary situation. It's nothing I've been through before. So.
Around 7 p.m. on Monday, Takai Allen says that he was sitting outside of Kenwood High School waiting to be picked up after football practice. While he was waiting with his friends, he says that he ate a bag of Doritos, crumpled up the bag, and put it in his pocket. What happened next caught him completely off guard.
20 minutes later, it was like 8 cop cars that came pulling up to us. And I was like, at first I didn't know where they was going until they started walking towards me with guns, talking about, get on the ground. And I was like, what? They made me get on my knees and then put my hands behind my back and cuffed me. And then they searched me and they figured out I ain't have nothing. Then they went over there to where I was standing, found the bag of chips on the floor.
When he asked why they did it,
they said that AI detector or something detected that I had a gun, but I was just holding they showed me a picture. I was just holding a Doritos bag like this. It was 2 hands in and 1 hand out and 1 finger out, and they was like, They said it looked like a gun.
Last year, Baltimore County High School started using a gun detection system that uses artificial intelligence to help detect potential weapons by tapping into existing school cameras. The system can identify a possible weapon and then send an alert to the school safety team and law enforcement. Alan's grandfather says that he's not only upset about the situation, but also the response.
Nobody will want their child, this to happen to their child. No one. No one wants this to happen to their child.
Officials sent us a letter that the principal sent to parents that says in part, quote, at approximately 7 p.m., school administration received an alert that an individual on school grounds may have been in possession of a weapon. The Department of School Safety and Security quickly reviewed and canceled the initial alert after confirming there was no weapon.
Now look, this man had a tater chip bag. Eating out of a tater chip bag, but then the AI system was like, no, there's a weapon in that bag. And it happens to be a young brother of color.
That part, bro.
That part right there.
That part, man. The thing that I'm also concerned about is the statement that was made, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't take responsibility for it. It was an error. You know,
right.
You didn't say that we messed up here. But again, that right there, man, I don't know how you would flip it, but I would say that's a lawsuit, man.
That's a lawsuit, Doc. It's got to be.
You know, traumatizing a child like that, man. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, you taking him down and putting your knee, knee in his back, and like, dude, come on, man. You didn't ask no questions. You didn't say nothing. You just took him down.
That's it, man. And so again,
and what if it was one of these crazy cops, man?
That part. I mean, they was crazy with the guns drawn.
Exactly.
If you walk up on, so you all know they're already crazy.
Right.
Walk up on some kids after school, man. Again, without saying what's going on, anything of that nature, man. You know, just come out with guns drawn. Come on with it. And this was 7 o'clock at night.
7 o'clock at night. Come on, man.
Come on, play. This at school.
Come on, this after school. This ain't got nothing to do with school.
No, and he's in the parking lot.
Exactly.
We ain't inside the school, player.
Right.
You
so
know,
how the school AI security system gonna do all this?
It could went another way, man. That's what I'm saying. This
could have went another way, Doc. I mean,
could have went another way,
bruh.
It's too many what ifs, bro. That's the whole thing about, again, AI. It's too many what ifs.
Right.
And if you're totally relying, if you have somebody totally relying on artificial intelligence to tell you what you're looking at, that's a rabbit hole, man.
That is a rabbit hole. That is a rabbit hole.
The AI doesn't have a consciousness. It doesn't have, sight. It doesn't have. It's just going on calculation.
You can't critical think.
No.
No.
That's the whole point. So I get it, as far as, again, trying to do some things to streamline whatever. But at some point, man,
right,
you can't rely on a computer screen. This is not how you do things, especially when you're talking about a life or death situation.
Exactly.
That's my take on it, man.
And then, we traveled to Chicago, brother.
That part.
Black gun owners in Chicago charged with felonies despite having a valid firearm license. Now, they got a firearm license to carry.
Make it make sense.
But they still getting arrested and still getting felonies. But I thought there was something called the Second Amendment. You had the right to bear arms. Okay.
I thought it was.
I thought it was too. So let's go with this beautiful beam footage right now here on Uncommon Sense, because this is really something. It ain't really uncommon sense. It's something else I could call it. But anyway, here we go.
That's never been done before. Watermelon cheesecake.
A cheesecake tasting in the south suburbs. Louis McWilliams' dream is to grow his business.
It's gonna blow you away.
I like it. All was good
I told you. This is like a Jolly Rancher.
Until this.
Right now, you're being detained right now, Mr. McWilliams.
I'm an entrepreneur. I have a company, a cheesecake company called Ann's Flavored Cheesecakes.
At the time of this interview, Lewis faced a felony charge.
This has been very traumatic for me. I feel like my rights was violated.
His Second Amendment rights. Lewis is an avid gun owner.
Just got me the AR top, one in the middle.
In April, Lewis was pulled over on the south side, West 79th Street. He had a missing front plate.
Hey, yes, sir. How you doing, boss? Good.
The first thing he did, tell the officers he had a gun.
Okay, where's your firearm? On my side. Okay, you got your percent carry license?
According to state law, in order to carry a legal gun in your car, you need a firearms license, better known as a FOID card, and a concealed and carry license, commonly called a CCL. This is Lewis's card, and it's valid. That's what he handed the officers.
He looks at him. He said, okay, cool, this is perfect.
Only it wasn't.
Concealed carry, it didn't pop up. Oh.
It didn't pop up on Leeds, the database operated by the Illinois State Police. Police recommended Lewis be charged with 2 felonies.
Right now, you're being detained right now, Mr. McWilliams, because we can't verify your concealed carry, okay?
And look here, prosecutors approved the charges.
He never should have been charged.
Irv Miller is a former prosecutor, once in charge of reviewing police cases.
He showed them a valid CCL card. Not only did they see it, they actually took possession of it and inventoried it.
I haven't got through doing it.
It's right there in CPD's inventory sheet. So why was Lewis arrested? That's a question we wanted to ask Superintendent Larry Snelling, but he declined an interview. So we reached out to state police because anytime an officer pulls over a driver who has a gun, the first thing they do is check the state's database to see if that driver has a valid FOID and CCL.
Oh, okay.
So here's the question we asked the state. If a driver like Lewis actually hands the police a valid CCL, but the officers don't see the information in the state's database, what should they do? The state replied, the officers should not take any law enforcement action as it relates to a potential FOID CCL violation. That's what Lewis expected, and what he was told later as he stood in a jail cell.
I can't hear you.
First of all,
there you go.
I got a valid card to carry a firearm. And then you take the card because you can't find it in your system. Then you gonna hit me with 2 felonies and lock me up?
Make it make sense, man.
But when they went to ask was it the sheriff?
Superintendent, yeah.
The superintendent.
Brother.
You not gonna answer it? You not gonna really?
Because you know you're wrong. That's what you know what is going, man.
But how we doing that to each other like that? Wait a minute, hold up. Really?
Again.
You know it's something when we put on that we put on that uniform with that badge.
Try to do you.
Bruh.
Well, the origin of a thing will again consume you.
Consume you.
So that's that part. But to Jen charge a brother for 2 felonies, man. That you got to go to court and go through the process, getting that stuff expunged. You got to get your record straight. Right. This is a legal nightmare. And again, that's what I'm saying. That should. I hope that brother takes some legal recourse on Chicago.
Yeah. I hope so.
I pray, man.
I hope so, Doc. I hope so. Yeah. Because it cost them dearly for that. You know.
Dearly, man.
As a matter of fact, let's look at the results of the arrest and see how it played out for him.
Lewis spent 24 traumatic hours behind bars.
It was just deplorable. There were roaches falling from the ceiling.
All of this because of illegal everything.
Yeah, I can't tell you why.
I need somebody to tell me, man.
Worse than the jail conditions, a missed business opportunity.
That day, I had a meeting. Could not do the meeting that day because I was arrested. By losing that, I might have lost the franchise.
Lewis also lost time, lots of it. He was in and out of court fighting to get the charges dismissed and his impounded car returned.
I know this is a system, so just hoping for the best results.
It wasn't until mid-June, 3 months after he was stopped, that the case was finally dismissed.
I'm very excited for him, but this is not the end.
Next step, more money spent to expunge the case, so his arrest won't show up in a background check. And all of this for somebody who did nothing wrong?
Correct.
Your joy is a little bit...
Dampered, yes. Totally dampered, because now this is a much longer process.
He got to go through all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They dropped the charges, but he still got to get his record expunged.
That's what I'm saying. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
You know, you're wrongfully charged.
Wrongfully charged, right?
Wrongfully charged. But now you're having to legally go through the process of getting something undone that was done illegally.
Illegally.
See, that's the part, man, that makes no sense to me. Something was done to you illegally, but you got to go through a legal process to get something undone that was done illegally.
And then that's costing what? More money.
More money, more time, you know. And the powers to be, man, again, the superintendent, the prosecutors,
right,
the mayor, you know, I mean, the powers to be are mute on this situation, which shouldn't be. Because again, for this man to be illegally charged with something,
right,
that should tell you that, man. So the state is still, even though he's not incarcerated, the state is still profiting from him.
Yes.
Because he's going through the process, you know,
Right,
so it's still robbery.
Right. Because
so
you
like
got
I
to
said,
file petitions, you got to file motions, and of course he's got to hire an attorney to do so. If he's not, you know, up with the legal system, which most of us are not. So because of how the system is created, so you need an attorney.
At this point, yeah.
At this point. Then the man said he lost out on the business deals and things of that nature. And even if they pulled his record and they saw you know, his mugshot, that could cause some problems too.
Definitely, man. That's the whole point. And so that's why I'm saying that there has to be some restitution. So I do honestly pray, man, that he takes some legal recourse as far as being made whole for what's going on.
Right.
Because again, this is far from over. And again, the ramifications of it, that he should be compensated, man, for what he has on the table thus far.
Yes, yes. And look, you all, he ain't the only one. Here's another sister named Lucy. And it happened to her. And here's this beautiful beam footage.
We did find a handful of lawsuits accusing police of violating the rights of legal gun owners.
And I'm sitting in here in the back of a squad car because my license expired, but I renewed it.
One of those, an irate Lucy Washington.
And it's not my fault that you guys didn't get it in your system.
I'm an entrepreneur, a loving mother. I do everything from real estate.
Can't wait to get my guys in here to look at the floors.
To rehabbing.
Traffic stop.
Here's Lucy's story.
Hi, I had something wrong with my bag. Yes.
In December of 2023, she was stopped for failing to put on her turn signal. Without hesitation, she volunteers.
I am concealed and carry.
As a single woman, Lucy carries a gun for protection.
I have it.
My love, your CCL expired.
I know, but if you pull it up, it'll show that I already tried to renew it.
Lucy tries to explain that the email showing proof she renewed is on her phone.
My phone is still.
Only she can't find it. This is the email from the state Lucy was trying to show the police. It says if you apply for renewal, you're eligible to possess a license.
Oh my God, are you serious? Can I please look for my phone? Please, give me like 5 more minutes to look for my phone.
And it sounds like the officers weren't going to accept the email under any circumstances.
It's not in our system, Lucy. It's not in our system.
I freaked out, especially when I was told that I was going to be charged with a felony. I'm like, I can lose my broker license.
Like Lewis, Lucy's felony charge was eventually dismissed. She also got the case expunged, but she's still living with the trauma.
If you search a property that is in my name, my mugshot shows up next to it. It's embarrassing.
That right there, bro.
That right there, man. That rip your heart out, bro.
Even when she her record expunged, the mugshot still shows up.
It's called the World Wide Web.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can't scrub the internet, man.
So this so-called Second Amendment is only for one set of people.
That part right there, man. That's the truth of the matter.
Wow.
But again, when that's the whole thing about it, bro. Once this mess hits the World Wide Web, that's it. And there's no scrubbing it. That's the other issue, man. That's why again there needs to be some kind of legal ramification for this, man, because all this should have been stopped before you even got to this point.
Right.
And there's no guardrails on this, man. None at all.
None at all. No. None at all. So you all who are carrying, make sure you got the valid license and make sure your stuff is updated in the state database. But you know your rights now, as we brought it out to you, that hey, if it's valid, it's valid. But just watch out. Just watch out. Uncommon Sense, heard every Tuesday at 7:00 p.m. Man, it's 8 o'clock already.
Time flies when you're having fun.
You're having fun. You're having fun. And we're making common sense out of uncommon sense situations. And y'all stay tight. And y'all be, as they say, God strong. Because you're going to need it in this day and time. And we'll see you next Tuesday right here on thetruevision.com and also since you asked.com. Until next week.